Hi everybody, my name is Rosa and the thing with me is that my body is completely covered in hair. Coping with it can be tricky at times. My condition kinda snuck up on me. As a kid it was just peach fuzz that didn't bother us. Mom used to call me her hairy little bear. I suppose I did resemble a bear cub. My entire body was covered in light-colored fluff that made my skin very soft to the touch, almost like velvet. But then I hit puberty and my fluff turned into coarse black hair, literally within the span of a few weeks. Can't even imagine how I felt when I looked at my body in the mirror. My parents were always very supportive, so I came to them for consolation. Mom said, "Oh, my little bear cub is growing into a graceful and charming she-bear." Dad laughed and responded with something vague about warm cuddles for my he-bear. Of course I burst into tears. The prospect of spending my life as a hairy bear wasn't much of a consolation. I was 13 at the time, so the innuendo flew over my head. I was blessed with a very attractive appearance though. I'd even say I'm exceptionally beautiful. I mean, I could see for myself how I compared against other girls. I was well built with chiseled legs that accentuated my perfect body and face. Not to brag, but that's just true. If I weren't clad in all that hair, I might have ended up on the cover of a youth magazine. The entire school was fascinated with my beauty. All the boys texted me and liked my social media posts. I was wallowing in their attention and adoration. I was most comfortable during the cold season when I wore leggings and a long-sleeve shirt. Summers were a bit awkward though. My parents insisted on a full health checkup, but after every doctor declared me medically fit, they put their own minds at ease and told me I should just learn to live with my condition. Any weakness can be turned into strength after all. I live by this advice and it's been going pretty well so far. Back in school, I spent my summer breaks at my grandma's country house if I could. I picked a secluded spot in her garden to sunbathe. But the cat is always out of the bag somehow and village boys can be terribly inquisitive. As soon as I arrived, the boy next door scoped me out. He was absolutely pestilent. On the very first day of my vacation, he invited me to go swimming in the river. I took a rain check. On day 2, he brought me a cute kitten as a gift and asked me out that evening. Again, I politely refused. Then one day, as I was soaking in the sun like I did, I could sense someone creeping through the tall grass. I was really tired of his stalking. I let my hair down and combed it over my face to conceal it. I don't suppose it looked very attractive. No face and a body black with hair. As soon as my scout assumed his position at his observation post, I stood upright and shouted for him to come out of hiding and lie down next to me. The dude darted away through the underbrush so vigorously I laughed. But when I was on my own, I burst out crying. Will I freak people out like this for the rest of my life? On that same evening, my sweater showed up with a bunch of cornflowers. His voice was trembling with emotion as he told me how amazing and gorgeous and unique I was. No other girl on earth was like me. Of course, it was merely child's babble, but I was touched. I really felt special for a moment. Believe it or not, but this was the experience that gave me the confidence I needed. He was just a country boy, but he managed to make me see the bright side of my oddity. I never saw him again since he and his family moved elsewhere, but to this day I'm still grateful for what he did. It was thanks to him that I realized how special I was and learned to love myself the way I was. Now I couldn't care less about anyone else's opinion on my body hair. After school, I went to college in a different city, so I had to live in the dorm. In order to set things straight from the get-go, I put on my pajamas in front of my roommates on day 1. After I undressed, I watched the others discreetly. One of the girls had just sat down with a cup of tea. When she saw me half naked, she missed her mouth with the cup and spilled the hot tea over her legs. I warned her against burns with a chuckle, and then I said loudly, "Look, I'm different from you guys. I'm not going to shave and neither am I going to hide myself. Did everyone have a good look? Great. I'm off to shower." There was a dead silence in the room. If I got defensive and launched into explanations how I had had a full medical checkup and stuff, I would surely be mocked or even bullied. But now they just took my body hair for granted. The matter was settled. Even if some kind of a dumb incident happened, the whole dorm would laugh with me, not at me. I met a guy from another college on that field trip and we started dating. He actually fell in love with me at first sight after seeing me in a swimming suit. I sashayed before his eyes as if on a catwalk in order to set things straight just like I did earlier. He accepted me the way I am and our relationship is great. Girls, please don't let your physical flaws stand in the way of your happiness. The key is to accept yourself, and with a healthy dose of self-deprecation, you won't even give people the opportunity to insult you. Would you like to see more episodes? Support us by hitting like and subscribe. If you want to see your story in one of our videos, send it to this email address.